Oh, how small is this thing? Okay, I think one full 10 was a little bit too much. Since I took my car in for wheel alignment at the shop, this is what I have to deal with every day. So you'll notice that the steering wheel is pointing to the left and the car is actually driving straight right now, and the steering wheel is pointing to the left. And that is frustrating because this shouldn't be the case. So as soon as I correct the steering wheel to point directly, then the car goes to the right hand side. So when I put the steering wheel straight, then the car is going to the right hand side. And the car has been like this for a while now, and I really don't like driving a car with the steering wheel that's not pointing in the right direction. Today I'm going to fix this DIY style, and I hope this will work. Now I have all the tools that I need to fix the steering wheel that is out of alignment, that's pointing to the left. I have my shifting here, shifting spanner. It's very small, so what I'll do, I'll try get an extension so that I can get some leverage when I'm working there, and a few 18, 16, 17, 18 spanners just in case. But the main thing is I've got tape here and a marker. I'll show you where I'll make the marks before I start doing anything. So let's get to it. There's two ways of doing this. You can remove the wheels so that it's easy to access the tie rod end, or I'm going to try doing it with the wheels on. So let's see if that will work. If not, then I'm going to remove the wheels. So for reference, the car is facing that way, which is straight forward. So when I'm driving, my steering wheel is pointing to the left like this, but the car is going straight. So what I need to do, I need to turn or point the wheels slightly to the left so that the steering wheel can point straightwards, if that makes sense. This one on the right hand side, I'm gonna make it point right a little bit, so which means I'm going to pull the tie rod end in, and then the one on the left, I'm gonna push the tie rod end out so that the wheels can point left, then the steering wheel will point straightwards. So let's hope that's gonna work. Let me do that now. This is the tie rod end that I need to turn, this one here, but it's locked with this nut here. So I need to loosen this nut, then I can move this. But before I do that, I need to make marks so I can see what was the straight line between this and that. And I'm going to be using this tape to make those marks. So I made my first mark there. Then I'm going to make another one here. So ideally, this is for me to know that this is the straight line between the tie rod and the inner and the outer, so that when I turn this one, then it comes back to the same point where it was before. Right, so this bolt is now loose. Right, once that is loose, then now I need to make sure that this tie rod end, when I turn it in such a way that it's pulling the wheel inside. So it needs to pull the wheel that way. So which means I need to turn it that way. Right. So let's get turning. Wow. It's actually a size 15. Right. So I'm going to turn it. I'm going to do a full turn until my mark comes back. Right. So my mark is back and it's in line. So why do I have a feeling that this is actually turning it, pushing it outwards? Right. So it's one full turn. Okay, now that bolt is tight. Right, so this side is done. I need to do the same on the other side as well. This ideally would have pushed the wheel or pulled the wheel that way. Then let me do it on the other side. If I did everything right, the car should be driving straight. The wheel's pointing in the right direction. Most importantly, the steering wheel pointing in the right direction. So yeah, let's drop it down, take it for a spin. and see if everything is fine. Okay, I think one full turn was a little bit too much. So I need to stay here. I need to adjust it a little bit more so that it can be straight. All right, let's make those adjustments quickly. So I realized that my marker and tape method was not enough. I pushed the wheels a little bit too far. So I went and got myself this piece of string. So this is just not any piece of string. This is actually a builder's fish line. And the idea for me is to see how far this wheel is actually out in the front. So the front wheel needs to be in line with the body and also be in line with the rear wheel. So I'm not sure how this is going to help, but as I'm going back now, I'm looking at how it is, the front wheel relative to itself and also relative to the rear of the car. I'm not sure if this is straight, but I think it is okay now. So I made a few adjustments before using the string just to see. So I'm just checking if my adjustments are actually 100% correct now. So ideally the front of the wheel, which is the front wheel, and the back of the front wheel should be in line with the back of the wheel. So this line should touch the front and the back part of the front wheel and the back wheel in line. So it should be a straight line. So it shouldn't be pushing it either in the front or the back of the front wheel, if that makes sense. So it's a very complicated process to explain, but I think this is right. I think I got it right now. Okay, cool. So this is the car driving straight, and it's actually going straight. For the first time in a long time. This has been frustrating me, but yeah, so finally it's done. I can safely say now I can drive straight, which is a good thing, really, because it was frustrating me every time I get into this car, having to drive with a crooked steering wheel. That was not good. So here's my steering wheel. It's pointing the right direction, and the car is actually going straight, finally, for the first time in a long time, which is great. I'm happy with that. I'm glad that I could actually do this at home because I didn't have the time to go back to the shop. And over and above that, it's just something that's, it's not a lot of work, to be honest. I ended up using some strings as well, just to be safe. But overall, I think I'm happy with how it came out. It took a couple of tries. It was not done on the first try. So I had to do it like a couple of times until I got it right. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with how it is, which is awesome. It's great. It's actually a good feeling. Yeah, I'm learning as I go. I'm not a professional mechanic or anything like that. There you have it. Wheel alignment done on the S4. I'm happy with how it is now because the steering wheel is pointing in the right direction and the car is going in the right direction, which is awesome. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Click on the bell to be notified as soon as I upload a new video, and I'll catch you next time.